Para Pro staff, you'll be watching this video to prepare for our joint training with St. Leo University on Monday, August 18th. We're really excited to have forged this relationship. Thank you, Deanna and KJ from St. Leo. It's going to be a really great experience for both our pro staff and our paraprofessional staff. There's going to be some volunteer opportunities that the RAs will need to sign up for as a other duty as assigned in their position description, because we know that they may ask why they have to do it. So, that being said, let's start out with some of the volunteer positions. The volunteer sign-up will be in the Monday, August 18th folder with the USFSP/SLU joint training file. First and foremost, the night before or the morning of Monday, August 18th, before 9 a.m., we will need to have a group of 4 RAs volunteer to go into Davis Hall and to set up the panel section. So that will include setting up a table in the front of the room with 7 chairs, 3 for USFSP, 3 for St. Leo, and 1 for the moderator. A professional staff will have to volunteer to be the moderator, but we'll get to that in just a minute. In addition, we'll also need to set up chairs and an audience-style setup. Once they set up the table, there will be placards for each presenter from each institution. So you'll see we have our St. Leo's and we have our USFSPs. That will determine introduce who is where and determine where they're also sitting on the panel. For the moderator, as I mentioned, it's important that we have a moderator from USFSP who is a professional staff member. The questions for the panel are included in this folder. Jasmine, on the second day of training, was asked to collect the lingering questions of the RA role, questions from the RA staff. If there are any questions on that sheet that are different than the ones that are on this currently compiled moderator sheet, I would strongly encourage that you consider including them on there as questions. The panel will run in a very typical panel format. The moderator will ask the question and a representative from both St. Leo and USFSP will be able to answer. Of course, we don't want all 3 RAs answering every question, so please be cognizant of that. In addition to having a panel, we also have typed up a brief half-page bio on the Res Life programs at St. Leo and USFSP. We will need a staff member to volunteer to pass this out as well as the programs, and that will be you'll see that on the volunteer page with passing out the programs and being on the welcome crew. That leads me to my next job. Once we get into Davis 130, we'll need 3 RAs to volunteer, 2 to be handing out programs, and again, 1 to be handing out the half sheet to welcome the St. Leo staff and to give them the information that they need, okay? Then we have conference sessions. The conference sessions will be in all of the conference rooms in the USC, in addition to the 2nd and 3rd floor study lounges in the residence hall area. The USFSP representatives will be presenting in the study lounges, so that way they will have key access to get up there. That would be Terry and Deanna, just as an FYI. We will need at least 2 RAs to volunteer their HDMI cords, so that way Terry and Deanna can both hook up their laptops to the TVs in the study lounge and have a presentation visual aid. So that's another volunteer opportunity for the RAs for the joint training. Once we wrap up with our conference sessions, we'll be having lunch in the Reef. With lunch, we've split everyone up into 6 groups. This means that 2 RAs will be hosting each of the 6 areas from St. Leo. On the front of this packet, you'll see with random shapes that are laminated, there is a list of who is hosting where. So, the heart table is Terry and Cynthia. The star table is John and Laura. The square table is Rob and Elizabeth. The leaf table is Taylor and Luke. The triangle table is Becky and Ashley. And the palm tree table is MJ and Cassandra. We will need a volunteer to go around and place these shapes, standing them upright, just like so, on tables that will seat at least 12. The area should have about anywhere from 8 to 10 people each, And of course, we want to include our RAs as well, which will bring us to the seating of 12 per group. Once lunch is complete, we'll be able to get started with the rest of our day. We'll bid farewell to St. Leo and wish them a safe trip home, and then we'll move on in the rest of our training.